Oil, diamonds, and poverty. Sounds unrelated, but that's the reality of Angola, a country overflowing with resources, yet its people still struggle to make ends meet. How did oil turn into a curse instead of a blessing? Today, we're diving into this nation, home to a capital city more expensive than New York, and shocking stories of a former president's family saving up billions of dollars. Let's uncover the unbelievable truth about Angola right now. 1. Oil, the backbone of Angola's economy. Angola is a vast country located in southern Africa, covering an area of approximately 1.25 million kilometers, making it the seventh largest country on the continent. It shares borders with Namibia to the south, the Democratic Republic of the Congo to the north, Zambia to the east, and the Atlantic Ocean to the west. With a population of over 36 million people, Angola is one of Africa's most resource-rich economies, but also one of the most economically unequal nations in the world. Oil is Angola's dominant industry, contributing over 50% of its GDP and accounting for 90% of total exports. The country is the second largest oil producer in Africa, after Nigeria, with a production rate of approximately 1.1 million barrels per day. Notably, the province of Cabinda, an exclave completely separated from the rest of Angola, is the country's most crucial oil-producing region. Despite making up only 0.4% of Angola's total land area, Cabinda supplies more than 50% of the nation's oil output, making it the economic heart of Angola. However, this region has also been a hotspot for prolonged separatist conflicts. The armed group FLEC, Front for the Liberation of the Enclave of Cabinda, has been fighting for independence since the 1960s. Although the Angolan government has used military force to suppress the movement, sporadic attacks continue, fueling ongoing political instability. 2. Diamonds, a double-edged treasure. In addition to oil, Angola is also one of the world's largest diamond producers, ranking 6th globally and 3rd in Africa, behind Botswana and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The country's richest diamond regions are Luanda Norte and Luanda Sul, home to massive diamond mines, particularly the Kotoka mine, the 4th largest open-pit diamond mine in the world, responsible for about 75% of Angola's total diamond production. Angola's diamonds are primarily high-quality rough diamonds, exported to major markets such as Belgium, the UAE, and India. However, the industry is fraught with controversy. During Angola's civil war, 1975 to 2002, diamonds from the country were labelled blood diamonds, as the rebel group UNITA mined and sold them to finance the war. Although the government has since imposed stricter controls through the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme, issues such as corruption, illegal mining, and poor labour conditions remain serious concerns. 3. The Dos Santos family, Angola's betrayers. While Angola's economy struggled, with 70% of the population living on less than $2 per day, infrastructure deteriorating, and healthcare and education neglected, the family of former President José Eduardo dos Santos turned Angola into their personal gold mine, amassing a colossal fortune. He ruled for 38 years, 1979 to 2017, and during that time, his daughter, Isabel dos Santos, exploited her father's power to siphon billions of dollars from state-owned companies. Once hailed as the richest woman in Africa, with a net worth exceeding $2 billion, the truth behind her wealth was a series of staggering corruption scandals. Isabel controlled major banks like Banco de Fomento Angola, held shares in Unitel, the country's leading telecommunications company, and was appointed chairwoman of Sonangol, Angola's largest oil company. However, instead of developing Angola, she was accused of embezzling hundreds of millions of dollars from these very state enterprises. Massive loans from Unitel were never repaid. Over £50 million was withdrawn from Sonangol, and intricate money laundering schemes across multiple international firms led the UK government to freeze more than $733 million of her assets. Since 2018, Isabel has been under investigation, and in 2022, Interpol issued a global arrest warrant for her. But she was not the only one. Their family's corruption ran deep. Her brother, José Filomeno dos Santos, who once chaired Angola's sovereign wealth fund, was sentenced to 5 years in prison in 2020 for embezzling $500 million, but was later granted amnesty in 2025, sparking widespread outrage. Have you ever wondered why Angola remains trapped in poverty despite its vast natural resources? The country relies too heavily on its wealth without an effective management strategy, leading to widespread corruption. The devastating 27-year civil war, 1975-2002, further crippled the nation, leaving agriculture and industry neglected, even though Angola has fertile land. This imbalance forced the country to depend heavily on imports, making its economy even more vulnerable. All these factors have locked Angola into the cycle of the resource curse. Many nations have faced similar struggles, but some have managed to break free. If you're curious about how Norway escaped this fate, check out my video. 4. Luanda, Africa's costliest city. The capital of Luanda, Angola, is not only the country's economic, political, and cultural hub, but also infamous for being one of the most expensive cities in the world. Located on the Atlantic coast, Luanda serves as Angola's most important port and plays a crucial role in import and export, especially in the oil industry, which is the backbone of the national economy. With a population of around 9 million, Luanda is Angola's largest city, where a stark contrast exists between the wealthy elite and the poor living in slums. Despite Angola's high poverty rate, the cost of living in Luanda is exorbitant, particularly for foreigners. According to Mercer reports, Luanda topped the list of the world's most expensive cities for expatriates in both 2013 and 2017, surpassing New York, London, and Tokyo. The primary reason for this is heavy reliance on imports, with goods being significantly overpriced due to high taxes and an inefficient distribution system. A simple meal at a modest restaurant can cost $20.30. A hamburger is priced at around 15 ounces, and a 1.5-litre bottle of water can range between $3,005. Meanwhile, renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per month, rivaling the priciest cities in the world. In reality, due to widespread corruption and extreme income inequality, Luanda has become a paradise for the ultra-rich, but a nightmare for the poor, as the average monthly income is only about $50 to $100. Despite its high costs, Luanda still holds a unique charm with stunning beaches, historic Portuguese colonial architecture, and a vibrant nightlife. But the stark wealth disparity and excessive living expenses make it one of the most difficult cities to live in for the average worker. 5. The Himba, Africa's Red Tribe. The Himba tribe, residing in the Cunene region of southern Angola, is known as the Red People of Africa due to their distinctive skin and hair, covered in a mixture called otjize, a blend of red earth and animal fat that not only protects them from the scorching sun, but also serves as a proud symbol of beauty. The Himba have a unique way of maintaining hygiene. They do not bathe with water, but instead use smoke from burning herbs to cleanse their skin. This tradition, born from the extreme arid conditions where water is incredibly scarce, forcing them to adapt with this distinctive hygiene method for survival. Himba women stand out with their intricate braided hairstyles, coated in thick layers of otjize and adorned with beads or animal fur, while they typically go bare-chested, wear goatskin skirts, and accessorize with copper or seashell jewelry. Himba men also have unique hairstyles that signify their status and marital position, and they place great importance on cattle herding, as the number of cows a man owns is considered the ultimate measure of wealth. The Himba culture is also famous for its practice of polygamy and the controversial wife-lending custom, where a man may invite a respected guest to sleep with his wife as a sign of hospitality. What do you think about these incredibly generous men? Leave a comment and share your thoughts with me. 6. Mwila, beauty in hair and necklaces. The Mwila tribe, residing in Huila province in southern Angola, is renowned for their distinctive hairstyles, created using a mixture of oil, crushed tree bark, butter, dried cow dung, and herbs to form rope-like braids. They then dye their hair with oncula, a finely ground red stone, giving it a characteristic hue. The number of braids signifies different stages of life: 2 small braids for young girls, 4 to 6 braids for women of marriageable age, and 3 braids specifically for pregnant women. These braids are often decorated with beads or colourful fabric to enhance their beauty. Beyond hairstyles, the Luanda necklaces are also a significant symbol in Mwila culture, representing a woman's social status, marital status, and number of children. An unmarried girl wears only 1 or 2 small necklaces, but upon marriage she receives larger ones from her mother-in-law. The more necklaces a woman wears, the more children she has, elevating her status within the community. These necklaces, made from a mixture of red earth, cow dung, and adorned with vibrant beads, are not just decorative, but also a source of pride for Mwila women. Despite modern influences creeping into many African tribes, the Mwila people continue to preserve these customs as an irreplaceable part of their cultural identity. 7. The dance legacy of Angola. Angola is the birthplace of many unique dance styles, with Semba and Kizomba standing out as the most iconic, both of which have transcended borders to become cultural symbols of the country. Semba, which dates back to the 17th century, is a fast-paced, joyful dance often performed at festivals, weddings, and community gatherings. The name Semba comes from the Kimbundu word masemba, meaning touching bellies, describing the signature move where 2 dancers briefly bump into each other. More than just a dance, Semba is deeply tied to Angolan storytelling music, reflecting themes of daily life, love, and social issues. Building on Semba's foundation, Kizomba emerged in the 1980s with a slower, more sensual rhythm influenced by the zouk music of the Caribbean. Kizomba is intimate and fluid, characterized by smooth movements and a strong connection between. Thanks to its captivating style, Kizomba quickly spread beyond Angola, becoming a global dance phenomenon, especially popular in Europe, Latin America, and parts of Asia. In addition to these 2, Angola is also home to rebita, a dance with aristocratic influences performed at formal celebrations; kazukuta, a ceremonial warrior dance marked by powerful drum beats; and kuduro, a high-energy modern dance blending hip-hop with electronic music, particularly favoured by Angola's youth. So we've taken a deep dive into Angola, a resource-rich country struggling with poverty and instability. But can they learn from countries like Norway to escape the resource curse? If you want to find out the answer, don't forget to watch my next video and let me know in the comments. If you were the president of Angola, what would you do to change the country?
Nice.